Now, the newly crowned Miss South Africa has received a warm welcome from Communications Minister Stella Ndabeni Abrahams. The beauty queen took some time to speak to SABC News.
Well, a very warm welcome to you. We're here at the Maslow Hotel, where we're in conversation with the newly crowned Miss South Africa, Zozibini Tunzi. The 25-year-old beauty hails from Solo in the Eastern Cape, and she's a public relations graduate and also quite passionate about education causes. Not only has Zozi won the Buhle Crown, but she's also won the hearts of many South Africans. And she joins us now this evening. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
How do you feel about your win?
I've been telling people all day that it hasn't really even sunk in. It hasn't even, no, it actually has been 24 hours. I don't know, but yeah, I still haven't sat by myself to let it sink in. I've had interviews the whole day, and I think as soon as my head hits the pillow, that's when I'm going to start, everything's going to start crashing. But yeah.
So it's been a whirlwind of excitement.
Yes, it has. I mean, just yesterday morning, I wasn't Miss South Africa. You know, I was just Zozibini from Utsolo, who had like my sisters and my mom and my dad, and then all of a sudden now I have the whole of South Africa. So it's quite overwhelming, but exciting as well.
So aside from what's been exciting, what's been quite challenging for you throughout the journey?
For me, I think it has to be social media. I'm not very big on social media, and so for the first time I had to open myself up to people, and that meant that I was open for judgment, I was open for cyberbullying, and people had different opinions about the girls, and they had different things to say about us, and we had to just sort of, you know, take it and not really respond in aggressive ways. And so for me that was the toughest part about it, but you know, here I am standing today. It didn't really kill me. So
on social media, what have been some of the issues that have come out specifically with regards to you?
There's an issue of, you know, favoritism. Obviously people have their favorites and they choose who they like, and sometimes people don't know how to express their love for someone else without, you know, bringing someone else down, which is quite of an issue. You know, I feel like you can love someone and you can support them without bringing people down. So I think that was just the main issue of people telling you that, you know, you're not a favorite, you're not going to win, things like that. But you know,
You're quite right, Zozi, and I think it really probably leads into the controversial issue, the issue around colorism.
Yes.
You're quite a beautiful young lady, absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous, and I'm sure as part of the cyberbullying, you've had the controversy on social media around colorism. What has your experiences been, and what do you think the way forward can be with regards to that?
It's quite interesting that you asked me that, because I haven't really been on Twitter today, but I heard that there was a bit of a conversation happening around with South Africa and myself, you know, winning the crown, with people not being used to people who look like me, I guess, winning the crown with my kind of hair and my kind of skin. And so, you know, people were debating really about beauty, and for me it's just, beauty is subjective, you know, and you look how you look depending on who's looking at you. And colorism has been a very big problem, and I don't know how it started, and I really don't know how we can end it. I don't know how I can make people see that beauty is not about your skin color or how you look or how lighter you are. I mean, Lupita Nyong'o is out there doing the absolute most, and she is beautiful in every right, you know. And but it's quite difficult for people to see that, because I guess they've been programmed to not see black as being beautiful, and so the blacker you are, the further away you are from beauty. And I think in order to fix that, we have to love ourselves first and just teach people how to love themselves. And I think we're really on the right track there, because I mean, I was sitting here on the Miss South Africa crown, and I received a message this morning on my Instagram from a mother who says a 4-year-old was so happy when I won because I look like her, and she recognized herself in me, and then it gave her that confidence that, you know, she can actually do anything that she wants to do. And so I think it's things like this that will, you know, influence change. You know, one step at a time. We can't change it all today. But you know,
absolutely. So you really stand as a mirror to you know, millions of dark-skinned young girls who look up to you as a standard of beauty. And you know, I think it really leads to the issue of your inspiration. You're inspiring so many young people. What inspired you in your journey?
Shoot, I think it was just always wanting to do something purposeful. I was just saying to the judges the other day when we had our final interview, I said, why are you really here? And I said to them, I feel like I wake up and I go to work and I go to school every day, but I'm not really doing anything impactful for my country or for myself. And I just wanted to do something purposeful, because really I've always been influenced by people who have been doing, you know, amazing things that are more than just about themselves. And so I just wanted to actually get to that point in my life as well, where I can say I'm actually one of the people who did, you know, something great for their country. And I felt like the South Africa platform, you know, would give me that opportunity to, you know, raise these issues and, you know, try to fix things that I can fix.
Yes. So, you know, you're a beautiful rural girl who comes from rural Solo in the Eastern Cape. What was that experience like growing up?
I grew up between there and Nasedudwa. That's where my mom is. That's where my mom is from. She's a school principal in a village there. And so I grew up there. So I always was in between Solo and Nasedudwa. So it's between a small town and a village. So it's quite the same thing. Yeah. My experiences there, it was great. I really had a great childhood. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, being under such a loving family also helped a lot. You know, especially with my confidence and, you know, making friends. And because I was very shy growing up, and I didn't have a lot of friends. And my mom tried a lot really to just help me out along the way. So I had quite a beautiful childhood. Yeah, thanks to my family.
What's your tip for being confident?
Sure. My tip for being confident is just knowing yourself. You know, once you get to know yourself 100%, there's nothing anyone can tell you about yourself. Yeah. The more you know yourself, the more comfortable you are. So I think just learn yourself. And sometimes it's so hard to accept ourselves, you know, our flaws, and sometimes you hate who you are, and it's okay to just sit down and just look at yourself internally and try to just fix yourself and love yourself. Then I don't think anyone can tell you anything.
What are you passionate about?
I'm passionate about a lot of things, but education, as I said, definitely, you know, empowerment of women, and those are my two things that I would really like to focus on through my reign.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely appreciated that you sat down with us, and I really hope you have a wonderful reign going forward. You're an inspiration to so many young, beautiful black girls who look up to you for inspiration.
So much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Zozibini Tunzi, the newly crowned Miss South Africa, sitting down with the SABC and sharing some of her thoughts about the win. She's joined with her mother, as well as some of the government spokespersons who are here just to welcome her back and to say congratulations. With that, it's back to you in the studio.
Let's take a look at the stories we're following at this hour.